Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today is 14th of December 2018. Currently it's 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So in today's video, this will be a very brief and short update on the markets, and the reason for this very flash and rapid video is because I'm seeing a type of pattern this morning that might be significant. And you remember in my previous videos I mentioned that if you see something happening in multiple pairs, it's a type of cross analysis, and it usually has a great importance and great impact. So in today's flash update, what I am seeing right now is some signals that are pointing to a very imminent US dollar weakness to come either today or in the week following. At least for the very short term, I expect for the US dollar to weaken. And since this morning, I have added a bunch of trades to US dollar weakness. So, and you can do it through multiple pairs. One of them is the British pound. I know it's very sensitive time for the British pound because of the Brexit news, but over here, if you can see from the daily chart of the British pound, so this is the daily chart over here. If you look closely, you can see that we have a degree of convergence. So if you connect these points in the MACD and the corresponding lows, you see we have lower lows, but at the same time we have lower MACDs. So this is a triple convergence happening in the British pound. So this by itself can mean that probably at least some type of rally, a relief rally, will happen in the British pound. Let's jump to the Euro US dollar. The Euro US dollar is the same. It also mentions that probably we will experience a US dollar weakness. I also see some patterns that all point to US dollar weakness in charts in the New Zealand dollar to the US dollar, the Australian dollar to the US dollar. All of them are pointing to some type of either convergence, like over here in the Australian dollar, or some type of like saturation in the market, or some type of fourth wave pattern according to Elliott wave pattern. So in all of the pairs, I'm seeing at least 1 to 2 signs pointing to a US dollar weakness. So these were some of the major pairs. And now if you look also at the US dollar to the Singapore dollar, US dollar to the Danish krona, gold, even US dollar to the Canadian dollar, US dollar to the Norwegian krone, all of them are signaling some type of weakness in the US dollar to be seen in the very short term. So it's possible to have a maybe a little extension to the US dollar rally, like in this pair, which is the US dollar to the Norwegian crown. Maybe we will see a brief break of this previous high, but sooner rather than later, a US dollar weakness will happen. Maybe today, most likely today, starting today, but if not, following the last weeks of this year, I expect the US dollar to go in the weakness territory by year end. So I think it's a very good opportunity to become a US dollar bear and sell the US dollar, at least for the very short term, starting today, maybe for 1, 2, or 3 weeks at least. But it's too soon to say what will happen next. For the very short term, I will go with the US dollar weakness, which I have, as I mentioned, I have already started to sell the US dollar from this morning. Like in the Australian dollar, I'm starting to buy, and even in my other accounts, I'm buying on gold and the British pound. So I believe it's a good time to become short on the US dollar, at least for the very short term. Probably in next week's video or later on, I will give you an update on what's next. But for the time being, US dollar weakness will be the way to go. What can be the fundamental reason behind it? I'm not sure, because I'm not a fundamentalist. But today we have a very important data coming out from the US. About 8:30 Eastern time, we will have the retail sales from the USA and the core retail sales from the America. So this might be a catalyst for the US dollar weakness that I expect to see. Also, the problems within the US government and the shutdown can be other explanations for further US dollar weakness. So overall, I believe being short US dollar is a good way to go, and this is my opinion, and this is what I'm going to do. And from today, for at least the foreseeable future. So this was a very, very brief and short video update, a flash video update. I couldn't explain more, so I just hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Bye for now and see you next time.